Good evening, YouTube. DutyRon back again with another video. It is Friday night in New York City. Actually, it's Saturday morning, to be honest with you. Here, it's close to 1 a.m., 12:40. Getting a late start. I was out with the missus for date night. So, hi, KDF. Good to see you. How are you? Yeah, so out with the missus late tonight. Didn't get home until later on. So, I didn't get started with my my work on these cases until a little later. Hi, Gayla. How are you? Joey Brooklyn in the house. Good to see you. LZ Adventures. Good to see you. Thank you for joining. Hello, Debbie Lynch. Christine Garin. Good to see you. Thanks for joining. Hey, guys, invite your followers on social media. We're going to talk about R.Kelly, who was brought into Manhattan Federal Court, and the similarities in that case with Jeffrey Epstein. They're very similar in the cases. Good to see you, Wildlife. Hi, Margie. Good to see you, Margie. Hi, Dars Alumbra. Gayla. Hello. Hello. Thank you. I know I messed that up. Gayla, I hope you're doing well. Long time no see for my good friend Gayla. I hope everything is going good for you. Hey, how are you? Thanks for joining. So, those of you who might not know Jeffrey Epstein and R.Kelly, R.Kelly was a famous R&B singer back in the early 90s, and he was arrested for child pornography, child sex trafficking, and a whole host of other things. So he's brought into Manhattan Federal Court today, and I'm happy to tell you, hello, Open Minds. I'm happy to tell you he did receive no bail and is in custody where he belongs. He's a sexual predator, just like Jeffrey Epstein, the millionaire financier that did similar things to young underage girls. And these are, the worst of the worst. These guys should not be walking around. They're a danger to society, and that's a fact. That's a fact. So I just got to see something for a second. I know I didn't put a picture up. I'm trying to find this broadcast. Give me 2 seconds. I can't find it. Why can't I find it? I know I'm live. Trying to get it up on my secondary device. Oh, no, that's not it. So, I hope everyone's having a good evening. I got a couple of quick videos to play for you guys from the news from today. It'll give you a good idea of what we got going on here. I'm confused as to why I can't find this video on my secondary. I always like to get the... Oh, okay. Got it. Bingo. Hello, Dylan. Good to see you. Addie's mom, thanks for joining. All right, I have it. I have it up right here. Hi, Pat. Good to see you, Pat Wright. Everybody that is new, that has just recently subscribed, thank you so much for joining. My name is DutyRon. I'm a retired New York City police detective. I did 20 plus years in the NYPD, and now I am going live and talking about current active cases, and I talk about some old cases, a lot of different PSAs on how to keep yourself safe on the internet, how to also deal with online bullying and things of that nature. We'll be doing a lot of different broadcasts as the months and weeks go by. So Dars is here. Dars, it's good to see you. Thank you for joining. Joey Brooklyn. Everybody go subscribe to Joey Brooklyn and all the good content creators that are in here. I was listening to your other video. So busy. Daughter came home first thing. Yeah, it's busy. We have busy lives, Wildlife. So it's hard to really sit down and watch hours worth of YouTube videos. But yeah, I did speak today about the Eric Garner situation. He was a perpetrator that was trying to be arrested by a New York City police officer 5 years ago in Staten Island, and he had a heart attack and passed away during the process of his resisting arrest. I spoke about that on my last video, a very controversial subject, but I felt it was important that we speak about it because I wanted to give you both sides of the spectrum. Now, as far as that situation goes, it's a tragic event all around. You know, a family lost a loved one. A police officer was involved in a takedown of a criminal who was resisting arrest, and he took a heart attack and passed away during the course of the lawful arrest. Hello, Stephanie. Thank you for joining. Good to see you. So there's no winners here. It's a horrible situation. My heart and my prayers and my well wishes go out to any family who loses a loved one. You know, these situations can be avoided by complying with law enforcement. And I say this to you guys as friends. I say this to you guys as a prior law enforcement professional. If you come in contact with police, this is what I tell my own children. If you come in contact with police, do not try to fight them, because it's a battle that you won't win. So if you feel that you're not guilty of what you're being arrested for, let the courts, and I beg everybody out there that's listening to this replay, let the courts decide your innocence or guilt. If you're innocent and you can prove it, and you know you can prove it, do not fight the police and resist. It's not worth it. You put the police in danger, and you put yourself in danger. And that's all I'm saying. And that's what the message I was trying to convey on that last video was, you know, this is a person who lost his life. Eric Gardner lost his life. He's 6'2", 400 pounds. And the police officers that were dealing with him were considerably smaller. He resisted arrest. They used force, and they used force that was not deemed, Officer Pantalero used force that was not deemed a crime by the Bronx District Attorney and then by the Department of Justice. So two separate, you know, the state prosecutors and then the feds both did not find conclusive evidence where they could charge him with a crime. So that being said, at the end of the day, this all could have been avoided by him complying and taking his arrest and then fighting it in court. He would have been still alive today. So hi, Bella Mac. How are you? So I'm not on either side here. I just feel that as a police officer, I've been in this position before where people say to me as I'm going to place them under arrest, I'm not going to jail. I'm not going back to jail. I'm not going to comply. You're going to have to fight me. I've had guys put their hands up and say, you're not going to handcuff me. Officer, you're not taking me away. And then you have to do what you have to do. It's a bad position to be in, but that's what you uphold. You know, you swore to uphold the law of the land. If someone breaks the law, you have to arrest them. So it's a very bad position to be put in. And I want you guys to know that I've been in that position, so I know what this is about. This person who passed away, Eric Gardner, had over 30 arrests in his past. Okay, I just want you guys to know. I want to paint the picture of what type of person this guy was when it came down to law enforcement. Now, I'm not questioning whether he was a good family man, whether he took care of his kids. I don't know anything of that. But what I do know is that he's been arrested prior to that police involvement. Hi, Janet. He was arrested 30 times. Let that sink in. 30 arrests. He's a career criminal. Okay? So, this is a guy who is not unfamiliar with law enforcement. He tried to make a lawsuit in the years before this last arrest, where he died 5 years ago. I think it was July 13th. He tried to make a complaint against police that when they were searching him in the street, that they did a cavity search on him, which is ridiculous. The police don't do that. And his lawsuit was thrown out. Good to see you, John. Thank you for joining. Thank you to everyone coming in. If you guys don't mind, please invite onto social media. I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to share it onto Twitter. Let me send a tweet out real quick. I'm going to tweet it. And now I'm going to put it out onto Facebook. How about that? So send it out over there so we could share the broadcast. All right. So, hi, Pamela. How are you? Ron is wrong on this one. Kevin, I respect your opinion. If you feel I'm wrong, that's fine. This is what I know as a police officer. I know I've effected over 1,000 arrests during the course of my career. And when someone resists arrest, you have to use the necessary force to take them into custody. But I respect your opinion. No worries. We're moving on. That's not going to be the topic here tonight. I just wanted to cover a little bit of, give a little bit of back cover to the previous video that I did. So, thank you so much, Tina. For those of you who support the police and that are law-abiding citizens, I implore you to continue on that path. I thank you for supporting the police. If you resist arrest, you subject yourself. Yeah, no. I got you, man. If you resist arrest, Kevin, like I said, I mean, I'm not, I am open to both sides of this. I'm not a one-sided person. I'm just stating the facts that Eric Garner was totally resisting arrest. He told the police, "You're not taking me today." And when you're someone of authority and you're in uniform and you're out there upholding the law, that's a big no-no. And you are subject to getting yourself hurt or, God forbid, killed. And that's what happened here. So if you guys look at the case, this officer was not brought up on any criminal charges. The only thing that happened is a political kangaroo arena was made by Mayor de Blasio, candidate for president. It was a big political staged event. This court where he was found guilty of reckless behavior by the NYPD administrative judge, which really isn't even a judge. It's a person that's hired by the mayor to sit on a panel and make judgments on what police action is taken. That was something that was just done to quell the community. And that's my opinion. You could beg to differ with me. Hi, Matt. Good to see you. Thanks for joining. So thank you so much for the super chat from Susan Walls. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you for giving us more insight. Love to hear the facts from you. And that's what I'm giving you. I'm giving you the facts. Now, the other side to the story is that, people from the community are saying that this officer intentionally, with criminal intent, choked this guy to death. No police officer goes out in the beginning of his shift or during a shift and plans on killing somebody or intentionally causing harm. What we do is go out there and protect the public. When someone doesn't comply, it raises the levels. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I mean, the mayor is a clown. I've been talking about that for a long time. Nobody likes this mayor. The only people that like this mayor are the people who are wanting to do crimes and that don't want the police to do their job, I have a clip from the PBA president, Pat Lynch. If you guys want to hear it, I'll play it for you guys. It's about 15 minutes long, and it basically covers the police union's response to what happened today. But that's not the topic of what I went live about tonight. I wanted to talk about the similarities between R.Kelly and Jeffrey Epstein. Both of them are child pedophiles. They are, good morning, Darth Pep Reviews. Good to see you. They're both child pedos, and they are both wealthy. Well, one of them was wealthy. R.Kelly claims to be broke now, but they were very, very, very wealthy, influential. One was an entertainer, and the other one was just a wealthy person who, mixed and mingled with politicians and a lot of people. Hello, Emily. Good to see you. Thanks for joining. So, I mean, I could play the clip from the PBA president, but I'm not sure that we really want to go that route. I think I want to cover the R.Kelly and the Epstein case, because this is really, to me, is more relevant for women and young children's rights. I like to talk about this because I want people to know how evil some people and some of these child predators that are out there. And I don't care how wealthy you are or how influential you are, the long arm of the law is going to get a hold of you, and justice is going to be served. And I'm happy to say that the Southern District and the Eastern District are going to prosecute Jeffrey Epstein and R.Kelly accordingly. I think that they won't see the light of day. Do you think they are connected to NXIVM at all? I mean, it would be speculation. I don't have any solid evidence of it, but I wouldn't doubt it, Kev. I wouldn't doubt it at all. I'm glad with whatever you bring us. Thank you, Katie. I appreciate that. That was very sweet. So yes, some people are ready to call it a night. Stephanie, thank you so much for being in here. For all of my new friends that have just subscribed, thank you so much for hitting the subscribe button and leaving me comments in the notification in the comment section below. That stuff is greatly appreciated, and I do return the favor. I go around to as many channels as possible. And I spread the love. But just know this, I'm just a human being. I can't get around to everybody right away. So be patient. If you don't see me reciprocate right away, it's not because I don't want to. It's just that I can only do so much tapping and answering in one period of time, because I do have a job and I do have a household that I'm running. Just be patient, my new subscribers. If you sent me a comment or subscribed to me and I didn't subscribe right back, I mean, I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good at it, but sometimes I run out of time and then I got to come back. So just be patient. That's all I'm saying. But thank you to each and every one of you that has, I've gained about 380 subscribers in the last 3 days. So 380 new subscribers in the last 3 days. It's hard for me to get back to each and every one of you. It's almost impossible. Ron, we know you try as hard as you can. I do, Chrissy, I do. Can I ask a police-related question? Do police ever refer to the suspect as an actor, or is that a SWAT term? We in the New York City Police Department only refer to the subject as a perpetrator. We might abbreviate it as perp. You know what I mean? So we might say perp instead of perpetrator. You know. So let's see. Katie's comment was held. I don't know why. I need to leave comments more often. I'll start doing that more, my dear friend. Thank you, Katie. Appreciate that. Seeing who all was connected with the Epstein makes me feel sick. I know. Listen, we're going to see a lot of people go down. We're definitely going to see a lot of people go down, and it may be surprising who we see, you know? I mean, we could have some bombshell names being dropped, but the problem is the names get dropped, but there needs to be evidence to back it up to make the arrest. So I want to just acknowledge a couple of people that are here in the chat. Emily in the chat is a great friend of mine. She's just starting up doing a lot of lives and uploads. So she's right here in the chat. Her channel, I'm going to show you. It's EMILY. That's what I believe her channel to be as. It's her first name. I would think that I'm good friends with her, and I think that you guys value my opinion. Go over to her channel and check out what she's got going on. She's an intelligent, articulate woman, and I really enjoy her live streams and her uploads. So go check out Emily. Go to my friend Joey Brooklyn. Subscribe to his channel, Nabul. And then I've been palling out with a lot of the guys like Farmall, Fanatic, Blood X, all the great ones over there on the Grow streams. Pusa Studios. I can't say enough good about all those people. They're really a bunch of really nice guys and gals. So those are the kind of people I implore you to get around, and they will help you grow your YouTube channel, and they will also show you how to do it the right way. So it's all good. It's all good. Hey, Hio, good evening. Hio, as no surprise to me, you are up late, and you are back in action. So that's good. Good to see you, Hio. Good to see you. Let's see. Who else is here? Mrs. McJagger. Good to see you, Mrs. McJagger. Thank you for joining. You subscribe to Emily. Thank you for doing that. I appreciate it. I don't think you'll regret it, honestly. I have many law enforcement sources, Ron. We may be able to help each other. I'll be sharing your info with them. Excellent, Kevin. I appreciate it. If you subscribe to me, send me an email, DutyRon@AOL.com. Yes, I still use old antiquated AOL. I'm an old timer, so I never switch my email to like a Yahoo, or I've had that AOL email for decades upon decades. So send me an email, DutyRon@AOL.com. So let's get into this with R.Kelly. I don't want to bore you guys with my conversation. I want you guys to see. It's only a quick little clip that I got going on for R.Kelly. So let's share that little clip with you guys real quick. I'll set it up as we're talking, and then we'll go from here. Fair enough? Let's do it. We'll start with News 12 from Brooklyn. Let's start with that. We'll set you guys up with this.
Michael, our top story this morning, we begin in downtown Brooklyn at federal court, where later today, R.Kelly is expected to appear before a judge.
That's right. Now, he's accused of illegal sexual activity, and News 12's Arnold Davick has much more for us. Arnold.
Aisha, Gianna, good morning. R.Kelly waking up in a New York City jail cell this morning. He's expected to go before that judge accused of sexually abusing women and underage girls. Now, investigators believe that these crimes happened over a span of 2 decades. The 52-year-old singer is facing several charges, including racketeering. He's accused of having women meet him for illegal sexual activity. Investigators believe he had people who worked for him set up those encounters with the female victims who were fans. The crimes are said to have happened not only here, but in Illinois, Connecticut, and California. Kelly even facing charges of child porn and obstruction in Illinois. Now, the rapper's defense says these accusers are disgruntled groupies. But investigators believe the rapper used his fame and power to take advantage of these women and girls. They detailed one incident from back in 2017 where he's accused of having had a woman travel to one of his shows on Long Island, later allegedly having sex with her, giving her an STD. Now, the singer did plead not guilty to those charges out in Illinois. His lawyers today expected to ask the judge to grant bail for him. His arraignment, is set for 10 a.m. today. That's the latest here in downtown Brooklyn. Arnold Davick.
A study showed
without Davis here. Developments in the R. Kelly case. A federal judge has now ordered the R&B singer to be held without Davis here with that story for us. Good morning, Lindsay.
Good morning to you, Robin. Prosecutors fought hard for this outcome to make sure that Kelly would be held without bond, arguing that house arrest simply was not suitable because he can, quote, entice girls to his own doorstep. And they claim that he has sexually assaulted the alleged victims hundreds of times, stating it's who the defendant is.
Disgraced R&B superstar R. Kelly now pleading not guilty after facing a federal judge in Chicago. Kelly in an orange jumpsuit, shackled as he was arraigned on federal charges after being indicted on 13 counts, including child pornography and obstruction of justice. Accused of enticing a minor to engage in criminal sexual activity, charges the singer vehemently denies. The singer was arrested last week while out walking his Pomeranian, the judge denying bond. Prosecutors claim that I Believe I Can Fly singer is now a flight risk and poses extreme danger to the community, especially little girls. On Tuesday, Kelly's lawyer spoke out, denying the 52-year-old is a danger to anyone, claiming he doesn't even have a passport.
The fact that These allegations are decades old. The fact that he hasn't done anything, there's no clear danger presently or anything like that.
In court on Tuesday, his live-in girlfriends Joycelyn Savage and Azriel Clary, 23 and 21 years old, continuing to stand by his side, escorted by their own lawyer, presenting a united front.
Kelly's lawyer also argued that because Kelly cannot read or write, it makes it difficult for him to go over discovery with him in jail. He also said that his client couldn't flee because he has no money.
New developments.
So they have a case of this guy. This is what's so crazy about this is he filmed a 14-year-old girl. He had a video of him having sexual intercourse with a 14-year-old girl. Now let that sink in, guys. 14 years old. He had made a video clip from his cell phone while he was having sexual relations with a 14-year-old girl. That clip got out, and he was aware that someone shared it somehow or got out to a party that it shouldn't have been to. Obviously, he paid $350,000 to get that video back. Yeah, those two girlfriends. He's in his 50s. They were 22 and 23, 22 or 24. So during the course of that video with the sexual encounter with the 14-year-old girl, he made her say on the video, "Look at you effing my 14-year-old PUS." I'm not saying those words. I'm going to just spell it out. That's what he had her say numerous times on that video. And that's how disgusting this guy is. Okay? So he had that girl say those words out to him as he was having intercourse with her. An explicit sexual video. And that's where the child pornography charges stem. And not only, listen, if any of you are queasy or any of you are not, whether it was 14 or 15, I believe she was 14 at the time. But it doesn't matter, 14, 15, it's the same thing. If any of you guys are squeamish or anything like that, or you get disgusted easy, he also urinated in this girl's mouth in the video. So this is the kind of outstanding human being this guy is. He's a real piece of crap. He deserves to rot in jail. And these are some of the things that I read from the criminal complaint. Okay? And this isn't just me saying that. This is what he did. Okay? And those actions and those vile things that he did, even if it was a woman of age, this is a young girl, 14, 15 years old. This guy deserves to rot in jail for the rest of his life. There's no question about it. There's no gray area. There's no defense. I didn't see it, Linda, nor would I ever look at it. But I have two friends of mine who saw it and said that she did not look scared. She looked like, just like she was someone having intercourse. I'm not going to get into the details, but it didn't seem like he had a gun up to her head, according to my friends. And I trust their opinion. Ron, did you get my comment before the clip? Janet, I'm sorry, I did not see it. I did not see it. And yet the courts let him off time and time again. Isn't that a shame, Vicky? Isn't that a shame? I don't know how that works. I know that the police make a summary arrest and the court system take it from there. So our criminal justice system sucks. I'm not sure, Wildlife. I'm not sure whether it was a street kid or not. I don't know where the parents were, but that is neither here nor there. It doesn't make it. Obviously, I know none of us are trying to say that it makes it right. It just shows how sick of a predator this guy is, and how there's also charges that he imprisoned some of these girls, didn't give them food or water, TTNZ, good to see you. Thank you so much for joining. He was holding them like he was a cult leader, making them call him daddy and all this crazy stuff. He was extradited from Chicago to New York, flown into Teterboro Airport, same airport, coincidentally, where Jeffrey Epstein was arrested. Joshua, good to see you. They brought him, they extradited him. The U.S. Marshals extradited him on a federal airplane, and they landed in Teterboro, and he was extradited from Chicago to New York to face New York charges. He was being held. He hasn't been out since, I think, early July. So he's been in jail since then. Addie's mom, I agree. I mean, he is a danger to society. And the federal judge, kudos to the federal judge for keeping him in prison. Kudos to that federal judge. So I have one more clip, guys, that I want to play for you guys real quick. Hold on, let me see. Let me make sure I have this right. Okay, yeah, this is the last one. I want you guys to see this one, and then we'll talk a little bit more about it.
I just made contact with R.Kelly's attorney, who tells me that he expects to speak with R.Kelly a little bit later on this morning ahead of the 10:30 court appearance here at the Brooklyn Federal Courthouse. This was all up in the air, though, overnight. After R.Kelly jetted into New Jersey yesterday afternoon, his whereabouts was unknown to his attorneys, and that's important to them because they have to go over the case before he appears in court for his arraignment. They expect to do just that in a matter of hours, and everything.
I'll tell you why his whereabouts was unknown. This reporter is making this not sound right. He was in federal lockup. His lawyer just didn't know what part of the prison system he was in. There was some type of breakdown in communication, so the lawyer couldn't find him within the system. This reporter makes it sound like R. Kelly was on the loose and nobody knew where he was. His attorney just couldn't find him in the federal correctional facility. They didn't know what floor or where he was housed at. And that was that was on his lawyer. He could have gotten that information by calling jail records and they would have given it to him. But the lawyer, made this whole concoction up that his client wasn't available to be prepped for this hearing. It's just another ploy tactic that these slime bag lawyers and people that are defending these pieces of crap, these filthy, foul people, they try to look for any type of loophole. And my poor client, I couldn't get a hold of him to brief him. Get out of here! It's ridiculous. So I just wanted to clarify that with you guys while you listen to this.
Should then be on schedule. The 52. Brooklyn Federal Court this morning for the first time since being indicted for racketeering. R. Kelly's been held behind bars since being arrested last month in Chicago in a separate federal child pornography case.
Nobody wants to be confined, so it's not an R. Kelly issue, it's a confinement issue. But Mr. Kelly is very optimistic. He's a very upbeat guy. He's had a lot of faith, so that's what's keeping him through all this.
The federal case in New York centers around allegations R. Kelly exploited at least 5 women and girls, including some recruited
He's a very
by his
upbeat
entourage
guy.
at his concerts.
Amongst those racketeering activities,
You're welcome, Josh.
forced
Thank you for being
labor,
here.
Child exploitation, production of child pornography, sexual exploitation, and Mann Act violations.
Court documents allege he paid for one of them to travel to a Long Island show in 2017.
That's the girl he gave
and
herpes to
her
right there.
herpes. That alleged victim first telling her story exclusively to Pix 11 long before the charges.
You think he should be arrested? Absolutely.
However, the lawyer for the Grammy winner called his accusers disgruntled groupies who fought and pined for his attention. The feds don't see it that way.
Doesn't matter what your social status is. If you're a predator, we're going to get you.
And if Robert Kelly were ultimately be convicted of these charges here in New York, he could face 20 years in prison. The media circus is expected to ramp up in just a few minutes as the two live-in girlfriends of R. Kelly are expected here in downtown Brooklyn
federal prosecutor?
to show their support for R. Kelly.
Let's listen to that again. That's a really good message right here. He said, no matter what your... Hold on, let's hear what this guy said.
In prison, the media circus is expected to ramp up in just a few minutes as the two live-in girlfriends of R. Kelly are expected here in downtown Brooklyn to show their support for R. Kelly in court. Of course, they have been the subject of wide prison. The media circus is
of course,
and if Robert Kelly were ultimately be convicted of these charges here,
we're going to get you.
And if Robert Kelly were ultimately be convicted of these charges here in New York, he could face 20 years in prison.
All right.
The media circus is expected.
So basically, he said, no matter what your social status is or what you are in this world, if you're a sexual predator, we're going to get you. And I love that message. That was from the federal prosecutor. Kudos to him. What a great law enforcement fighter, you know. So if R. Kelly is convicted, which I'm certain that he's going to be convicted of these charges, he's looking at over 50 years in prison. So he'll have over 50 years. He's 50, I think he's 52 years old, and he's got those two girlfriends that are 22 and 24. I mean, and they showed up from Chicago with their own attorneys to show support for this guy. He's looking at about 50 years, and he's over 50 years old. So he'll be, again, the same thing as Jeffrey Epstein. They'll be in jail for the rest of their lives, you know, of their natural born lives. So these guys won't see the light of day unless they live to 110. There you go, Meglo. Hope they throw away the key, says Meg. I agree. They should lock him up, throw away the key. And Danielle, I agree. I feel that he should have the toughest time, just like Jeffrey Epstein. I hope these guys get their ass handed to them in jail. A lot of these prisoners do not like these child predators. These child pornography guys don't fare well in jail. No execution. There's no death penalty for these charges. Even if the state had a death penalty, its capital punishment is for when you take another person's life. So death penalty would not come into play here, Katie. It would not come into play on this one. Black Rose, thank you so much for posting up the links. Janet Williams, welcome in. Welcome to all my new friends who have recently subscribed. Ron, can you get out early for good behavior? Not for federal time, Josh. The good news is when you do federal time and you get sentenced to, say, 40 or 50 years, you do 40, or if it's 50 years, you do 50. You don't do 35 years with good time, just like in the state prisons. Here in New York State, there's parole. In California, there's parole. If you're charged by the state and you get, say, a 25-year sentence, you can potentially get out with serving 15 years or even less. You could get out with serving half of that. So, no 2-for-1 in federal. No, there's no good time in feds. You do all of the time. If you're in the federal lockup and you get sentenced to 10 years, you do 10 years, right to the day. They don't let you go any time before that. Guys, there's the greatest detectives in the world, New York City. The greatest detectives in the world. This is New York City. This sign was taken right out of the squad room in the warrant squad where I worked. This sign was given to me by Black Irish, Matty Boy, who's here in the chat. So this sign was a gift from one of my YouTube friends. And this sign was my gift to myself when I retired. You guys can see up in the corners, I ripped it right off the wall in the warrant squad where I worked. I took this sign on my way out when I retired. I ripped it off the wall and I said, this is coming with me. If you want to lock me up for theft, have at it. Nobody locked me up. I took this sign right off the wall in the warrant squad because I love that it says the greatest detectives in the world serving the people 24 hours a day. NYPD detectives. Love it. So Janet, that's the backstory on this sign. I have 2 more of them in the basement. That I have. I'm preserving those to hand them down to my kids when I pass on, to have them as memory of me, so that I have 2 of them, one for each of my sons, and this one's mine. This one can come in could be buried with me in my coffin, along with the "You Police" sign. This will go in the box with me. Hopefully that won't be for a little while. God willing. There you go, Stephanie. So if anybody's new here, just let me know where you're watching from, your city and your state, or your country. If you're outside the country, let me know where you're watching from. I'd like to welcome you in and say hello. Neither one should be allowed to see the light of day. They are both evil in every way. Sick pigs, says Sandy Assel. I agree with you 1,000%, Sandy. Much respect, sir. Much love and respect back to you. Yeah, TTNZ. This is a little bit, and this sign right here, this flashing sign, courtesy of Joshua H. He created this for me. Joshua H. He's in the chat. Everybody say hello and subscribe to Joshua H. He created this little flashing sign for me. Hopefully a long day. Yeah, exactly. I agree, Chrissy. Hopefully a long time from now. Ron, do you have T-shirts? I'd love to buy one for my son to wear to school. I do. Go to my merchandise page. Go to my merch store, and there's T-shirts in there. Michigan, says Gem 8, Try 8. Welcome in, Michigan. Small town in Georgia, says Tina L. Thank you for joining. Santa Fe, New Mexico. Sandy. It's hot. Always hot down in Santa Fe, right? Let's see. Hold on a second. Let me see what darn it. I love how Trump wrote that executive order in like the first month. Trump was on the case early on, guys. Make America great again. There you go. You should frame it. I'm thinking about it. I'm definitely going to frame that one. I really like that one. Danielle Cole is waving the hand. Good to see you, Matty Boy. There he is, Matt Sully. That's the guy who bought me the "You Police" sign. Matty Sully right there in the chat. Okay, will do, my sweet friend. Wow, that's a really nice sign. Moonshadow, which one? Which sign? They're both pretty cool, I think. St. Louis, Missouri, says Lake Lizard. Awesome. Welcome in from Lake Lizard. Peace from New Zealand. Welcome in, Reggae Strong. Thank you so much for joining. 89 people in the chat. Please, guys, if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. It's somewhere around here. I think it's somewhere around here by where the microphone is. Hit your notification bell. The flashing GIF. Yes, the flashing GIF. I like that. Hit the notification bell, and I will go and check your channel back out. I always like to go and see who's subscribed to me. And if you create content or you put videos up or upload, I will go on there and I'll make comments on them and I'll interact with you as much as I possibly can. So anybody that's new, please subscribe and I will subscribe back. Supporting the channel, you could do it many ways. You can shop on my Amazon affiliate link. You can go to my Patreon page. You can support me through Super Chat and PayPal straight donations through Streamlabs. So thank you to everyone who feels generous and gives Super Chat and all the other great things. I greatly, greatly appreciate that. Abby, checking in from Tucson, Arizona. Love the great state of Arizona. Awesome, awesome. Danielle, sub to you. You're up so late, early Saturday in Arkansas. Are you in Arkansas? I hope I got that right. I hope I got it right. Archaeologists will find those signs one day and the world will know of the awesomeness of the NYPD. I love it, Astro Hater. Wait a minute. Astro Haterade. That's a great screen name. Astro Haterade. Tucson, Arizona. I already got that. Bakersfield, California. Good to see you, Moon Shadow. Cheers. Cheers to you. Howdy, neighbor. Gem 8, Try 8. Thank you so much. Nice to find your channel, says Gem 8, Try 8. Thank you so much for your super chat. Greatly appreciate it. Love and respect right back to you. I really enjoy your channel. Great work, my friend. Thank you, Sandy. Thank you to all my new friends. I'm in Arkansas. That's what I thought, Janet. 7 of 9. Good job. 7 of 9. Thank you so much for the super love. There it is. There's the little notification. Anybody who sends super chat during any of my broadcasts, send me an email and put in the subject super chat, and I have a police card that I'd like to send to you. It's a collector's police card from the New York City Police Department. It's my way of saying thanks. So if you send super chat, send me an email at DutyRon@AOL.com, and you will get, you're going to have to provide me with your address. If you could trust me with your address, I will mail you in the mail a thank you. And most of you that are in here that have given me super chat have one of these things. But it's just my way of saying thanks for sending the super chat. I put a stamp on it, so it costs me whatever it costs for a stamp. I sign the card and I send it off to you. So anybody who's given super chat, send me an email and I will mail out, no matter where you are in the world, even international. It costs me a little bit more, but it's no big deal. I'll send out a thank you card. Galway, Ireland, 6:30 a.m. Linda, great to see you, Linda. Thank you so much for joining all the way from the other side of the pond in Ireland. It's fantastic to see my friends in Ireland. Okay, so that's the situation here. I forgot to do that last time. Can I do that now, please, Ron? Please, I beg of you, send me an email. Send me an email with your address, and I'll send the card right out to you. There's my website. No www, but just DutyRon.com. HTTPS /DutyRon.com. There's no www. Joshua can verify that. Josh, no need to put the www, right? It's just HTTPS /. Stephanie was here, coming in with a $20 super chat. Stephanie, thank you so much for your super love. I like to call it super love on the super chat. So thank you for the super chat. I greatly appreciate it. Stephanie was here. Let me go check out and see what's going on her channel. 45 subscribers. I'm on it, girl. You got a new friend here. Thank you so much for the super love. Appreciate that. Send me an email, DutyRon@AOL, and I will get that right out to you forthwith, as the police would say. So thank you so much, everyone joining. I'm going to take 5 minutes of a Q&A. Anybody have questions in regards to the next step on any of these heinous perpetrators? Does anybody have any questions in regards to the legalities on what the next process is, or what goes on, or anything in regards to Jeffrey Epstein or R. Kelly? And I'll take 5 minutes of Q&A here. Thank you for the prayers, the heart, and the rose. Very nice. Very nice. Mary London, good to see you. Thank you for joining. I only have channel videos about recent flooding. It's okay. There's no need to be sorry. Not all of us can do what I do or what other people do. It's a lot of work. This is more. It's better to just watch people than to create, because creating is a full-time job. Elizabeth Matlock is late to the party. She's like, R. Kelly? Who's that? Black Rose, hurry up. Hurry. I'm the crazy, funny Cali girl. Excellent. I love crazy, funny girls. When do we hang them? Says Kevin Anderson. That's a good... Hang them from the gallows, right? Lots of Galloway links. That's funny. Small world. There you go. Yeah. I wish that or a firing squad would be appropriate as well, right? I'm sure you'll agree with me on that one. How long will it take for these monsters to go to trial? Jeffrey Epstein, they're talking about September, after Labor Day of 2020. So we're looking at a whole year from now for Jeffrey Epstein. And I'm going to imagine the R. Kelly one is going to be not anytime soon. But the good news, here is the good news. Open minds, this is the good news. They're going to rot in jail waiting. So who cares how long the trial takes, right? They're not on bail. They're not out enjoying themselves. They have to eat prison food and be in, Epstein's in the 23-hour lockup. He's on suicide watch. You know? So, when does he rat? That's the question. How long can he hold out? Good question. Kevin, you're full of good questions. I like this guy, Kevin Anderson. Even though I don't know him, I like him. There's my P.O. box. There's my P.O. box. Check out my P.O. box. It's 2193 New Hyde Park, New York, 11040. Right there. P.O. box, you can send me regular mail. You could send, if you're an old school, old timer like me, you can send me just a regular mail to my P.O. box. I love to read fan mail on the radio, on the broadcast. I do it from time to time. I have a stack of fan mail that I read from past broadcasts. I haven't gotten a bunch lately. Kevin, for real. Castration, says Sandy. I agree with you. Sud's family, welcome in. Does Santa visit jails at Christmas? I don't think so, Mary London. Do you think Epstein will sing like a bird? I kind of hope he does, Lake Lizard, but only time will tell. Only time will tell. Why can't R. Kelly learn to read or write in jail? He's gonna have a ton of time on his hands. He's gonna have a ton of time. So maybe he will. Danielle Cook is laughing her ass off. I love it. I love it. If he's on suicide watch, is he wearing a paper gown? I don't think so, Lisa. That's not protocol in the federal lockup. You know, it's not protocol. Starlight True Crime, welcome in. Love and respect to you and yours. Starlight's got an adorable daughter. What a great family. They're just such beautiful looking people. The Starlight True Crime family is they're like supermodel family. Her and her husband, good looking folks, and her daughter is adorable. So kudos to you. Kudos to you. Thank you for the P.O. box. Running the P.O. box. Jana is in the building. Hello, Cara Van Park. Great to see you. I pride myself, and some people get annoyed with this. This is funny. It's sad but true. Some people get annoyed that I say hello to everybody. Believe it or not, I get messages. Michelle Fendel, I hope I'm saying the last name right. Is it Fendel or is it? Yeah, it's Fendel. Hello from Kentucky. People send me messages. Lisa1111, good to see you. Good morning. People send me messages, hate messages. Why do you say hello to so many people? It's annoying. Can you imagine? Can you imagine that? People, we're living in a day and age where people get angry that I say hello to you guys. So in other words, according to some people, I should just ignore you people. Like I should just ignore everybody and that would be fine by them. Purple Passion 2008. Good to see you. Thank you for joining from Canada. Isn't that funny? Yeah. They get mad that I say hello. I get messages. DutyRon, I love your channel, but why do you say hello to so many people? It's just annoying. Because they don't want to hear me say hello to you because maybe they just don't like it. They would rather me just be quiet. You should have little New York City badges for, hold on. You should have little for little ones for grandkids. I know I have that. I'm all ready. I don't have any grandkids yet. I don't have any grandkids. So there are a few who acknowledge their viewers. It's very much appreciated. Thank you, Reggae Strong. I appreciate that. You say hello because you were a gentleman, and I care about you guys. Listen, when I'm not doing this, when I'm not doing live streams, I'm a viewer just like you guys. So, but those of you who know me, right? Starlight can attest to this and many others here. I go into people's broadcasts just like what you guys are doing right now, and I interact. If I went into, say, Starlight True Crimes broadcast, I'm sorry that I keep singling you out, or Joey Brooklyn's broadcast, and I'm in there typing stuff out, and the guy or girl who's doing the broadcast doesn't even acknowledge that I'm there, I'm out. I'm out the door. I mean, I'm not out right away. You know, sometimes people miss 1 or 2 or 3 comments. But if the person is not, we're here for interaction, right? We're here to get information. You guys are here because I'm a retired cop and I'm talking about current cases, and you guys want to hear my take on it. But if I don't talk to you and I'm just talking at you, that's not cool, you know? Then that's like me saying, well, I'm too good to talk to you guys. I get a sense of that from some broadcasters. Like I feel like some people that have 100,000 subscribers and these really big channels, it's like they forget that they started out with 0, just like all of us. Everyone starts out with a big donut, and then you grow. As I grow, and no matter how many subscribers I get, I'm always going to be cordial and friendly and inviting. Thank you, Starlight. I'm always going to be friendly. I will watch my TV when I don't feel like chatting with some people. There you go, Kara. You know, but I don't know. It's just weird. It's just weird. So again, anyone that did send Super Chat, just as a reminder, if you've sent me Super Chat in the past, send me an email and put the subject Super Chat in there, and then I will be sending you guys one of my New York City PBA cards. It's a Detectives Union card. It's a plastic card. It looks like a credit card. Don't try to buy anything at Dress Barn with it, ladies. Don't go to New York and Company or Home Goods and try to use this card, because it won't work. Don't go to your favorite local shopping place with the card. It looks like a credit card, but it won't work. You may get charged double. Mrs. McJagger says, "You are an angel, Ron. Now you're making me blush. Now you're making me blush." But I appreciate you guys. I value our friendship. There's Premier Hell. He's always making funny faces. If I could throw a cat mask on right now, I would put it on. But the only thing I have is a Richard Nixon mask in my closet. It's from the 70s. And I could put it on and go, "I am not a crook." But I could do that if you guys want that. Yeah, Dress Barn. There you go, Jonna. I have a Richard Nixon mask I could put on and say, "I am not a crook." One of these reasons you channel is that you do take time to recognize. I do, Sandy. I do. And that, you know, I got to tell you, I'm going to give credit to where credit's due. I learned that from Joey Brooklyn. Those of you who are not subscribed to Joey Brooklyn, go and check him out. Please, I implore you to go check out Joey Brooklyn. Summer Rains, thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you for the super love. I greatly appreciate that. Respect to you, Mr. Ron. Respect right back at you. So Joey Brooklyn taught me, Addie's mom loves home goods. What woman doesn't love home goods? You're a special person. I feel I could go to you if I was having a bad day. You know, Mary, you could. Many people send me emails. I have some conversations with women and men on email and on text message for a long time. You know, I've been doing this for a while, and I have people that we talk. You know, we talk on the side. Let's see. It refused my web address to your YouTube video. Why? It refused my web address. You can't put links in my comment section. If you want to send me your web address, send it to me in an email, not in the comment section. Not in the comment section. So let me finish about Joey Brooklyn. Elizabeth Matlock, thank you so much for coming in. I'm too scared to do a channel yet, but one day maybe. One day you might be. Joey Brooklyn told me about 3 years ago when I first started with Periscope. He said, "Ron, as a live streamer, you have to interact with the audience." Joey Brooklyn. I'm not kidding. Joey Brooklyn said, "You have to interact with your audience." And I took that seriously because I used to just be a watcher. I was scared to broadcast. If you guys can believe that, I was scared to go live. Hitting the go live button was scary for me. So it is what it is, you know, and interaction is definitely key. And I saw that really early on. And listen, I had over 10,000 subscribers on Periscope. I'm a gold VIP broadcaster. It's a Twitter application. So thank you, Elizabeth. I appreciate that. Now, it's funny that you say you get nervous, Starlight. You seem like such a natural at it. You know, I would have never expected you to say that, but, you know, it is what it is. Joey did that. Oh, Joey's such a natural, missing out. If you're not subscribed to Joey Brooklyn, please subscribe to him. So people wish to be acknowledged and spoken with. Lisa, we're here for acknowledgement. We're here for interaction. We're here to make friends, right? Rolling Stone says, much respect for your service. Thank you. I'm a former child advocate for SR survivors, and the surface isn't even scratched on the levels of evil in the pedo world. It runs all over, not just in the Vatican. It runs all over in all walks of lives in every way, shape, or form. I know this for a fact because I put handcuffs on many pedos and many sexual predators. So I've taken many, many evil people off the streets. The misadventures of Tori, all the way from across the world. Welcome in. Haven't seen you in ages. Good to see you, Tori. Much love and respect from New York City to Australia. I believe that's where you are, Australia. Correct me if I'm wrong. So I got some early tips from Joey Brooklyn early on in my career with live streaming. Lauren, good to see you. How are you, Lauren? Always a pleasure to have you in on one of my lives. Guys, if you don't mind, please share out this broadcast. Send it on to your social media. I was right. Excellent. I'm not that old yet, Tori. Misadventures of Tori. She's an awesome gal from Australia. She will put another prawn on the Barbie if you show up at her house. They don't call them shrimps, just like Crocodile Dundee used to say, put another shrimp on the Barbie. That was a bunch of hogwash. They say, put another prawn on the Barbie over in Down Under. Hey, so glad you're on. Good to see you. Let's see what's happening. Nikki, you're late to the party, but better late than never. I like looking at zero like a donut. LOL, at least you have the donut. There you go. There you go. I said it right because I learned from people down under in Australia. Thank you, Joey. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Hi, DutyRon. Checking in from Phoenix, Arizona. Thank you for all that you do. Thank you for being here, man. Thank you for being here. Much love and respect to each and every one of you out there. Chris, 22, thank you for joining. It's a pleasure to see you. Hi, Ziggy. Welcome in. Starlight's throwing out some hearts. Black Rose, love and respect. Always thank you for putting up the links. Nikki, it's okay. I'm not ending. I'm not ending yet. Suds family, always a pleasure. Buster G in the building. Good to see you. New subscriber, Buster G. I subscribe back to your channel. I checked out your stuff. All good. Summer Rains, thank you for that super chat and for tweeting it out. I sent it out to my, there's one thing I didn't do. I have a huge Snapchat group, and I also have a huge WhatsApp group. So I'm going to send it out to that WhatsApp group right now. I forgot all about it. But it's not YouTube people. It's from Periscope. So it goes out to my Periscope people on my WhatsApp. Starlight's a great channel to subscribe to. Joey Brooklyn. He's in the chat here. I know he'll put up some emojis or say hello to everybody. Joey Brooklyn's a great guy, and all these great ones in here. Summer Rains is always in here. Go and check out her channel. Check out Buster G and all the friends that I made here over the last couple of days. It's a bunch of good people. And, if you don't go around and check other people's channels out, you live in a sheltered life, right? Ziggy says nothing on mine. What if you don't have anything? Then it's a tough sell. It's a tough sell to subscribe to a channel that has no content. But some people get it. What's NYPD homicide like? It's not good. You're going out and you're dealing with murders every time you go to work. So it's not. I would never volunteer for the homicide squad. It's a tough one. That's a tough pill to swallow. It takes a special kind of person to work in that unit. I got to tell you right now. It's not an easy gig. It's not an easy gig, ladies and gentlemen. You don't want to work homicide. Trust me. Trust me on that. You don't. I found a few great channels today. Small subs, but great content. That's perfect. It doesn't always have to be big. You know, everybody gets caught up in this misconception of, oh, I want to get a lot of subscribers. I want to get a lot of people. How come this person does that? How come such and so does this? And how come someone goes live and they can get 100 people? It really doesn't matter, guys. I've had some of the best times in a combo on a chat with 10 or 12 people, and sometimes with less. I've had great times with great content from the person going live. It's not about, ladies, size doesn't matter when it comes to YouTube. Size might matter in other areas, but size does not matter when it comes to YouTube. I'm here to tell you that. You can enjoy yourself with smaller channels here. And that's the truth. You know, I found that out through trial and error. Some of the larger channels, you know, are putting out great content. Don't get me wrong. But when things are out of control and, you know, you go live and you have 1,200 people in a chat. Trevor JP, welcome in. Good to see you. You go live and there's 1,200 people talking in the chat. There's no possible way, or 700-800 people. There's no possible way you're getting interaction with that live streamer. It's a luck of the die. It's a roll of the dice, luck of the draw. Quality over quantity is best. Reggae Strong, I like you. You're sensible and smart. I'm working on learning animation so I can have a voice. Oh, okay, that's pretty cool. So Ziggy, appreciate you coming in on my channel. I don't know if I'm subscribed to you. If I'm not subscribed to some of the channels in here, I will check you guys out once I'm done with this live stream. I'm live just a little bit over an hour, and Meg is laughing at me. I don't know why she's laughing. Johnny O, signing in late, DutyRon. Thank you for your service as a police officer / detective. That is a job I respect. Thank you. Much love and respect right back to you, Johnny. Thank you so much. How do you register for lives on YouTube? My channel won't do it. You need 1,000 subscribers to go live outside of using your laptop or home computer. So if you're trying to go live from your cellular phone, it won't let you. So that's the situation at hand. Is the microphone too close to me? I'm trying to close talk it so you get good solid audio here, but I can back off from it. Chrissy C says, that is true, Ron. Because I'm funny. I want to detective things. I'm not quite sure what that means. I use Streamlabs on my iPad. I'm using Streamlabs right now. I'm using Streamlabs too. You can use a broadcaster. Oh, please do, Abby says. Abby Wright says, oh, please do. The audio sounds amazing. Thank you, JoJo. Appreciate that. Let's see. Nikki Mal. 1,000 subscribers. That was held for review. Okay, 1,000 subscribers to go live is YouTube's way and Google Alphabet's way to put you in you are poor Googler. They just instituted it recently. There was 3 or 4 months ago. It didn't matter. It was a free-for-all. You could just go live. I don't know why they did it. I don't speculate. Streamlabs for iPhone. Yes, I use Streamlabs on Android and iPhone. you could use Streamlabs and go live if you have 2 subscribers. So my phone will let me go live on it. I don't think so, Dylan. I don't think it will. It shouldn't. If it does, then you're special. You're special. Everybody subscribe to Black Rose number 11, Duty Blue, Dylan Schroeder. I always F up his last name. Duty Blue. He's right there. He's got a wrench. Everybody that's blue, check those people out. I don't have 1K and I use Streamlabs to go live. Yeah, that's what you need to walk on the beach like you always do. It's a great thing. Stephanie was here, says, what's that in front of your mic, Ron? Looks like a candy dish. Oh, that's Streamlabs. You see how people are donating through Super Chat? Johnny just sent a donation in Super Chat. That's right here. It goes down. Let me move this mic so you can see it. That's a cup. Ooh, excuse me. That's a, where did it go? Right here. It's confusing. Right here. It's a tip jar. All these subscribers and Super Chat, it all comes right down here. A little graphic comes out. Johnny O, thank you for the $2 Super Chat, and Super Love, Dave and Osaka, welcome in. Anybody gives Super Chat, you see a graphic come along, or if somebody subscribes to the channel, the graphic comes along and little police cars drop into the cup. And you can see all the police cars in there and actual police patches. This patch, there's a lot of different animation stuff behind the scenes. So when you guys do things, it'll say so-and-so subscribed, so-and-so did that, and stuff like that. Be back soon. Hope you're still here, meeting with a minister. Okay. Summer Rains, thank you for all you do. If I'm not here, love and respect to you, as always. How do you put all that cool stuff on it? You just add them in. There's you go to your dashboard, and then you add them in your dashboard. If you really need me to walk you through it, I could do that like on a direct instant message on, I think we're connected on Instagram, right? So I could walk you through it, Starlight, but I can't do it probably here. I need you to go through it as I talk to you. You know what I mean? Outback going live tonight. Excellent. Handcuffs falling in would be cool. I can add anything to it. I have police cars. I have NYPD police cars and a couple other things that drop in when people subscribe, people donate Super Chat, people donate on Streamlabs. There's 3 or 4 different things that drop in there. It's pretty cool. I almost wish someone would subscribe or unsubscribe so I could see it, see the graphic and something drop in there. It's whenever someone subscribes. If there's somebody that's unsubscribed on the channel, quickly subscribe and let's see what happens here. Let me move this out of the way. Will Jeffrey Epstein get into protective custody if he goes to Rikers? He's not going to Rikers. He's in federal lockup, Metagas guy. He won't ever be in Rikers. He's going to be in feds, and he's in protective custody right now. He's actually in protective custody because he made that false attempt on his life. And that was his lawyer telling him to do that so he would go in protective custody. So, anyway, so no graphics going on here. It didn't work for me. What didn't work? Oh, you unsubscribed and then resubscribed? I will never unsubscribe, says Jana. You stuck with me forever. Oh my gosh. I don't mind. That's a good thing. That's a good thing, Jana. That's not a bad thing in my eyes. It's a good thing. Oh, there we go. Mary London has just subscribed. See the NYPD car? That won't drop in. That's just a car with the... That's an actual NYPD police car. That's pretty effing cool. I like that. The drop-ins, I think, are for the Super Chats. The little emblem drop-ins. But that was cool, Mary London. Thank you for doing that. It didn't work for you. Now everyone's going to unsubscribe to me and then resubscribe. It's a big NYPD police car with the lights actual flashing. And that is courtesy of Joshua H. the badge is going to always flash. This is a flashing GIF, a GIF, a GIF. So Reggae Strong, this was my my good friend Joshua H. from San Francisco, California. He worked for hours and hours with me on those graphics. And there is Trevor JP subscribing. That car didn't stay too long for Trevor. So I'm going to get a ton of unsubscribes and resubscribes. Yeah, to get the notification bell. It could be like a tune-up for the system. Could be a tune-up for the system. So I'm now paying attention to that little corner so I could see it. Yeah, it's a patrol car with the lights actual flashing. The lights are actually flashing on a car. So it's pretty cool. Right here. I wish it made like a siren noise. I turned the noises off because people were complaining that the noise was annoying during the broadcast. So I've muted the actual noises that it makes. I'm always trying to please the people. Are they powerful cars at the NYPD? No. Because the highway patrol has the powerful cars. The cars that are used for patrol, they don't want you going around high speed. They're just regular standard Crown Vics or whatever they use. I could do anything. That's what makes Streamlabs so awesome. It's open broadcasting software, so you can customize it to any way you want. B. Smith, you're welcome. It never bothered me, but I used to get dozens and dozens of mails to stop the graphics, to stop the noises. Premier Hell, you're not too bad yourself. You're not such a shabby guy yourself. Everybody go subscribe to Premier Hell right away. I implore you guys, don't be afraid by the name because he's really a nice guy. He's actually pretty funny. And he plays some banging music on his channel. I don't know how he gets away with that, but I love that he does it. Someone on another channel tried to do the same thing. Was it successful? Life with there you go. Life with Anki Losing. Good to see you, Anki Losing. Hello, Mahid Alfro from Saudi Arabia. Salam to my Muslim brothers and sisters in Saudi Arabia. Good to see you. Premier Hell is awesome sauce. Awesome. All right, so I've run out of stuff to talk to you guys about. I was going to show you New York City Police PBA's response to the Eric Garner case, but I want to keep it. I want to keep it positive. We got 80 people here in the chat. I don't want to ruffle any feathers. I've already did enough of the ruffling of the feathers. Nice to see you too, Life with Anki Losing. Good to see you. Thank you so much for joining. So I think I'm just going to keep it. Jonna says unsuccessful. I say, when you were with the NYPD, did they change your sidearm model? They damn sure did, B. Smith. I used to have a wheel gun in the early 90s. I had a Smith & Wesson Model 64, 6-inch barrel, 6-shot 38. Hi, Jay. What's going on? Leanda Lane, welcome into the broadcast. Then they changed it to 9mm semi-auto. So it only changed once. It changed from the Smith & Wesson 38, revolver to a semi-auto 16-round magazine. And that's what I currently have now. I actually took my service weapon when I retired, and that was part of the gift, along with taking this sign off of the wall in the warrant squad. So those were my gifts to myself. You're welcome. Good to see you, Miss Lane. Inda Lane. Awesome to have you in. Anybody new here on the broadcast? Anybody new? First time in my live stream? Let me know where you're watching. Your city and state. Premier Hell, thank you for the super chat with the funky face involved in there. Thank you for the, as I say, the super love. Thank you, Premier Hell. Again, I implore everyone to go over and check out my boy Premier Hell's channel. He uses his Snapchat filters on his broadcast, and he's funny. A gun is a sign. Wait a minute. A gun and a sign, not half bad. There you go. Astro Haterade. Not too bad. Welcome in from Texas, Buster G. I know you're new. I know I remember the face on your profile. And I know that I went onto your channel and left a message on one of your videos. Life is in Ontario, Canada. Love the great people from Canada. Eyes are getting heavy. Good night, Ron. Good night, everybody. Starlight. Everyone go check her out. Subscribe to her channel. Give her love. Say hello to her. She's pretty easy on the eyes, fellas, if you know what I mean. But she's awesome. Be respectful or I'll kick your butt. Starlight is awesome sauce. She's a good friend of mine, and I'm honored to be her friend here on YouTube. I'll talk to you soon. Have a good night. You got mother duties in the morning. You got diapers to change. Houses to clean. I'll talk to you soon. I'm not new, but I just tuned in. Mario Cruz, God bless. Right back to you. Anyways, all right. So the glass, Ziggy subbed you for when I figured out. What? Who? Jonas said Ziggy. So okay, good. Top Cop, welcome in, Top Cop. Good night, Starlight True Crime. Good night. Astro Haterade. Good night. Talk to you soon. Ron, I hear that the police are most worried about domestics as they can get bad. They do. That's one of the worst jobs. It's one of the worst calls. It's so hot in here. Inside your house, it's hot. Oh, it's so hot there. Yeah, it's always hot over in Saudi. Mahid Alfro is in Saudi Arabia, right there. Mahid is in Saudi. 49 Celsius, that's like almost 100. That's like 100 degrees, right? Holy crap. Welcome in from New Jersey. Welcome. All right, guys. So I'm live for an hour and 21 minutes. I think I'm going to wrap this up because I don't think I'm providing anything of substance here for you guys. So 120 degrees. I knew it was like 100-ish. So I was a little bit off, Stephanie. Thank you for 37 Celsius is 100. So that's 100 and freaking, wow. Holy cow. Don't step outside. You could probably fry an egg on the ground. Do you have access to capsium spray or tasers? I do. I do have that. I have capsium spray in my bag. I don't have a taser. Never used a taser. When I was on patrol in the 90s, I'm showing my age. Good night, Pamela. Love and respect to you. Good night. Thank you so much for being in here. When I was on patrol in the 90s, we didn't have tasers. Police officers didn't have tasers. Hold on a minute. So we didn't have tasers. I never got trained on how to use a taser. I wouldn't even know how to use one. If someone handed me a taser with a gun, I would just shoot it at somebody. And I wouldn't even know how to use it. I would rather just... the progression of force that I was trained on in the police academy was mace. This is the progression of force. Mace. You use your mace when you can. And some instances you can't even use the mace when you're enclosed inside an apartment or if you're outside and it's windy or whatever. So mace was the first level. Second level was your baton, your nightstick. The third level, mace, baton, and then it went straight to deadly physical force. So those were the progressions of force that we were trained with. Now it's probably mace, the baton, taser, then deadly physical force. So it's probably 4 now. But when I was trained, it was only 3. Mace, nightstick or baton, expandable, ASP, and then deadly physical force. Thanks for the history of progression. The baton would be a worried getting hit. I've used the baton many a times. I actually, in my career, could have used deadly physical force a lot of other times that I opted not to. Now, what I mean by that is, I'll give you one instance. And this is just one of many instances that I've been in a serious situation where deadly physical force could be used. And I know you guys like this kind of stuff, hearing about it. I know you don't like it. Mary Swampy says, in New Orleans, it's whatever time you want it to be. There you go. I love it. Thank you for the post of my P.O. box. I would recommend pepper gel over spray now. Gel doesn't blow back as easy. Yeah, the spray is probably old school. You had a bopper stick? No, I had an expandable asp baton. Did you use the baton on the side of the knees, on the shins, on the front of the front bone? DutyRon, I'm here. Dawn, good to see you. Thank you for joining. All right, so I was, it was in the early 90s, and I was on patrol in a radio in a police car. I was on police motor patrol instead of foot patrol. So I was in a car, and we got a call for shots fired. So it was a standard shots fired. 17-year-old caused him to have a heart attack and brain damage. That cop got 4 years. I didn't hear about that, but that is a terrible situation. Terrible. Did you play the audio yet? I did not. I didn't, Dawn. So we got a call for shots fired, and we were at the precinct. My partner was inside using the bathroom. So my partner was driving, and I was sitting in the passenger seat. Hi, Cat in a Hat. My partner was in the bathroom. But when you go to the bathroom as a cop, you bring your radio with you. Your gun belt obviously comes with you, and all your gear. So he heard the call and came running out of the station house. And we got in our car, and it was on, Joey, you'll know this address, Pennsylvania. It was Penn and Picken. Shots fired. So we're at the PSA at 560 Sutter, which is right down the street. It's literally 2 blocks away. So we throw the lights and sirens on, and we're off to the races. And we get to the intersection of Pennsylvania and Picken, but on the way there, the dispatch gives us an update that the perpetrator who was shooting the shots, I got an itch on my head, and I'm using the magnet that I use inside my phone case. So we get an update that the person who did the shots fired, we get a full description, and we get that he's in a car traveling westbound on Picken Avenue towards Pennsylvania. Black Monte Carlo, male black or Hispanic, full description, shots fired. So we come pulling up to that location, and there's the car. We see it. We see the car. It's at the other side of a busy intersection. Pennsylvania Avenue is a busy avenue, and the car is coming right at us. He crashes into the front of our car. He crashes into the front of our patrol car. And we get out, guns drawn, and at that time we had our revolvers. Guns drawn. I go to the driver's side. My partner goes to the passenger side with the guns drawn. And the guy is screaming, I'm shot, but he's holding a black 9mm. He has his hand, he's slumped to the side in the car. He already crashed into our car. No bad damage. It was a low speed crash. Like he bumped into the front. Airbags didn't deploy. It wasn't like a crash. But we get out, guns drawn, police, police don't move. And there was a lot of expletives in there, and the guy had the gun on his, next to his leg, and his hand was on it. I could have shot him right there. I would have been justified in shooting him, because if he would have picked that gun up and pointed it at me, he could have shot me. But I just told him not to, don't move, and the guy listened. And we took him out of that car, and we took that gun, It was loaded. He had just fired it off, and he had fired that gun at a off-duty cop who was going to work. He had robbed the cop's wedding band and his jewelry in the subway and exchanged shots with the off-duty cop going to work. So we got the guy's wedding band, the off-duty cops. We recovered on this guy's person, the wedding band, his neck. He had like a necklace, a gold chain. And the cop returned fire and shot this guy in the leg. So the perpetrator was shot. But we could have both shot him and killed him or injured him. But we used restraint. Pretty fast, Miss Justice. We've gone pretty fast. So he did not get shot. He could have been shot, and legit, we would have been justified. He had his hand on a loaded gun. So anyways, thank you, Jonna. He went to jail. He did 10 years in prison, just a little bit under 10 years. I think he did like 8 years. And I did a whole decade. On patrol. So that was the beginning of my career. When he got out 8 years later, I was in his building where he lives, and he came out, and it was his first day home. He came out with prison sneakers on. I knew those Riker sneakers. And he saw me in the lobby of his building, and you know what he said to me? Officer Ron, I want to thank you for saving my life, because you could have killed me that day and you didn't. And the guy was like thankful that I spared him. It was an unbelievable story. I mean, what's the chances of me running into this guy the first day he got out? I put him in. He didn't take it to trial. He pled guilty, and he got sentenced to 10 years. I think he did 8. And when he got out, I saw him in Cyprus. Joey, 1278 or 12, whatever those addresses are on Sutter, the front buildings in Cypress houses. He lived right there. I forget the addresses. I think it was 1275 Sutter. And Mary, he was inside a car. There was no tackling. So, unless you guys are talking about something else. That's the best story, that he thanked you and he remembered. He remembered me right away because he said that I could have killed him. He's like, and you saved my life because I learned a lot in prison, which doesn't happen a lot. D90, welcome in, D90. I think he did, Trevor. I think he did. I want to hope that he did. So, anyways, so that's the story, guys. I've been live for an hour and 33 minutes. That's more than I usually do. Let me wish you guys all a great weekend. I've got a big weekend ahead of me. We're going to go to the beach. Me and my wife, we're going to go to the beach on Sunday. Tomorrow I got to straighten up my yard because my mother-in-law is going to be turning 90 this month, and we're going to have a big party for her here. Thank you, B. Smith. Again, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscribe button down here. Hit the notification bell. Support your fellow live streamers. Make sure you go out and support all the good ones that are out there. Joey Brooklyn in the chat. Subscribe to his channel. Misadventures of Tori. Thank you so much. Yeah, I got to straighten it up for my mother-in-law. She's turning 90. I got to make a good impression on her. Even though I've been married 28 years, I've been around that family for 35 plus years. So much love and respect to each and every one of you. Thank you for hanging around my live stream. Thank you for always supporting. I love the messages down below in the comments. I love the comments in the comment section. So please leave me comments. I answer them back eventually. So much love and respect to all of you guys. Wishing you a great weekend no matter where you are in the world. Hug your loved ones. Make sure you make contact with people that mean something to you. Make sure you extend your hand because you never know what could happen. You know, so love and respect to you guys all. And I'll speak to you guys on the next live stream. Thank you for all of your positive interaction in the chat. It's greatly appreciated. Guys, good night from New York City. Peace and love. Peace. If I can find my mouse. Oh, there's my mouse. Peace and love, guys. Good night.